Greetings everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vorm, and today we're going to be continuing the playthrough for Lanzerath Ridge. We are starting the second of 4 attack periods. I've gone ahead off camera and reset the board condition, which you do in between each of the attack periods. Basically, you redistribute all of the Americans into new positions however you would like. You get to flip them back over from their exhausted side to their normal ready side, removing any of the previous counters for disruption and radio tokens and so on. It also states that you have to position Book, Springer, and Fort here at the cabin position, but otherwise I'm free to actually move any of the other units around however I'd like. There was a lull between the fighting in between each of these attack periods, and the American defenders were able to reposition as needed and get a little bit of a rest in between the different combat engagements. In addition, I have the option to flip over any of the machine guns that we have in play to either side, either the ready side or the dismounted side. So I've chosen to flip these two machine guns over. The intent is I'm going to have Jenkins haul this one to this position, and I'm going to have Milosevic haul this one over to this position. So that's the plan with the machine guns. In addition, we've restored the fences, so that's also something you get to do. You do not get to replenish any of the grenade booby traps, though. Other than that, we've also returned all the German infantry units. They're just the standard strength 1 riflemen now. They're back to the original 10 infantry in the starting positions, and we're ready to go. Unfortunately for the Americans, the MG42 machine guns stay on the board in their positions. So that's really bad. Really bad. I can't stress enough how bad that is. It's bad. Having all 4 of those machine guns ready to fire as soon as we draw their cards is going to be a problem. That's we had a lot of bad luck at the end of the first attack period, failing a lot of rolls. So we also burned through a lot more ammo than I was happy with. So all in all, this is not a great position. We haven't lost anybody yet, no casualties, but there's just more pain coming, and this is not a good start. So we're going to hope we can take some pressure off, maybe get lucky on some of the cards early, give us a little bit of time to get our redistribution of personnel done, and get some machine guns fired up to try to take out some of these German MG42s. That's the plan. Okay, let's just dive right back in. Less explanations this time. The only thing that's different in this next deck, the attack period 2, is that we are going to see some pressure on the flanks this time. There will be some cards that have German infantry assigned to the orange and blue flank lanes. So we're going to see some pressure there that I have to be careful about. And in addition to that, there are now going to be mortar cards inside the deck that will shell the various positions on the board, and that's not going to be fun either. So I'll just give these a quick shuffle or two, and we'll get this party started. Okay, I think we're good. As usual, we start with the attacker drawing 3 cards. First card out is an assault by a leader in lane 3. So leader, fence position 3, those get pushed up, leader goes down, and the fence comes off. Second card, another assault, standard rifleman in place 1. It's just stating place 1, not randomizing. Okay, whoops. Infantry unit. And third card, another assault, machine gun, submachine gun unit in a random location determined by the D6. Also position 2. So this is 2. That means that we are going to stack up on the fence for those two riflemen. There we go. All right, first attack period done. Put the cards aside. And the American forces get to go. So I'm going to have Jenkins do a move action. He's going to bring the machine gun down. I am going to have Preston do a action to get that machine gun ready to fire. And we're going to do something similar over here. We're going to get that machine gun moved with Milosevic. And have Wibbin go ahead and get it ready to fire. Finally, we're going to have Springer get moving towards the artillery jeep to hopefully start stacking up radio counters so we can try to remove cards from the attacker deck to shorten this engagement. All right, that's it. We are done with the American turn. So that's all the troop movement I needed to do, other than Book and Fort. I'm going to have Book come over here and Fort come down here to kind of support the middle. Spread some of the command options around. So next round, if we don't get hammered somewhere, hopefully we'll have all of our units in the positions I need, and I can start engaging these machine gun positions with the Mod Deuce is the preference because it's the highest die roll. And with the Slape commander there giving inspiration to James, we'll get 2d12, needing a 7 to hit that, an 8 to hit that, an 8 to hit that, etc. Unless he fires sequentially with the rule where you keep having to add one. But we'll get into that. All right, let's do our next round of cards. We have an assault, standard rifleman on the flank. Next up. Oh, an MG42's firing. Here we go. The fun time has begun. So, it's the A position, and we roll a d6. Either going to be position 1 on a 1, 2, or 3, or position 2 on a 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be position 2. Adams and Bosch are under fire. Now we just look at their defensive value, the Valor value. It's 3 for each, so 3 through 6 is going to disrupt him. Disrupted, 3 through 6. Not disrupted. That was actually a really good result for us. So, only Adams got disrupted that time. That is 2 cards, 1 to go. An assault by a grenadier unit also on that flank. Ooh. Okay. There we go. That is the next attack period. Moving on to the Americans. So, I must get him recovered. Gonna have to take shots over here. I can't let that press forward. Things I have to do. I gotta get Springer over here. Now he's in position to start calling in coordinates and information for the artillery strike. I would like to get Book into position here. Fort into position here. And we're gonna have Preston do. We've got a very low ammo supply for this machine gun. Very low. 6 rounds for the entire 4 attack period engagement. It fires a D10. I wanted to have it take a shot here. So what I might do, go ahead and take the first shot at the machine gun. Just a single round. Then take 1 shot at this rifleman. Whether I hit or not, take 1 shot here to at least take the pressure off. I don't think there's a ton of movement on the flanks, but I think there's enough to push at least one of the units into the defensive position, which I have nobody there to defend, so I absolutely must make sure I clear at least 1 or 2 of these guys. I don't think there's enough cards that generate soldiers on the flanks to worry about much more than that. I think if I can kill 1 or even just 1, because the grenade will take a second, and I don't think there's going to be enough push to get into the defense. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use the last one. We're going to have Preston fire the machine gun. And I am going to first have it fire at the MG42 at this position. I'm just going to... Ooh, I can only fire twice. Which is fine. That's what I was planning. So yeah, we're going to fire 1 shot at the MG42 here first. Move an ammo from that. And it's going to be a D10. He is being supported by his sergeant, Dustman, and he's being inspired. So we get to roll a second D10 because of that. And I just need a 7. There's no modifications or anything yet. So we need a single 7 on either one of these dice to take out this MG42. And we did not. Again, the failures are continuing for taking out these machine guns. Oh, man. All right. Well, taking the second shot, and this time it's got to be over here. This time I'm going to need a 4. It's 3 normally, but I've already fired once, so the second shot gets a +1. Still 2d10. I just need a 4. 8 and a 4. So that time, at least we got the infantry out. I think I'm going to leave the grenade in place to get rid of this guy. Maybe I'll take a shot with one of the other units. We'll see. I could have Jenkins take a shot just to clear that, and then that flank is done. Then I just have to worry about the center. That's probably what we'll do. That's it. We're done. All right. Pull the tokens back in. All 5. First attack card for this round is the Rifleman in position 1 again. Look at that. Oh, wait. No, that's the other flank. Sorry. That's the 1 triangle position. Early pressure on the flanks. Second one, an assault, another rifleman in a random position for the middle. For 1. So that then is going to stack this one up again. We've got 3 riflemen now stacked on the fence here. Up, that moves up, that moves up. The next time we have any kind of an addition here, they're going to push through the fence, and that stack will continue. All right, our third is another assault. Come on. A leader on 2. So they then go to here. Everybody else goes forward. All right. It's never a good thing to get the same number over and over again. We had the same thing happen in the first attack period where we just had constantly the same lane pushing instead of it getting spread out. Okay. That is it for theirs. Now we've got more problems. So we've got an obvious big issue right here. 3 units ready to step into that defensive position. One of them would get taken out by the grenade. What do we got in here? 3 riflemen, 3 riflemen. I could have... Oh, let's see. Unfortunately, the machine gun is out of ammo until somebody reloads it. And I don't have units in there where I could both reload it and fire it with the bonus. If I fire it at it with the mod deuce, then we end up with a situation where I'm having to fire at a 4 to start. I got at least 2 of these guys I need to get it removed. If I have the units in the position attack, they're going to be getting, they'll get good numbers because I managed to get Book in there. That's Lieutenant Book. The star indicates he has the Inspire ability, and he can inspire anybody on the board. He's the overall leader of the engagement. So he can inspire both of them, so that's actually good. The only problem is I only get 1 attack with each of them. And then they are done until I can get them flipped, and Book can flip them back over. I think I might do that. I might have both of them fire. Save the grenade for the 3rd rifleman if he moves again next round. That will probably... I think that'll mostly take the pressure off that number 2 lane. Part of number 1 with how much activity we've had already. I don't know, because I should mention also the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th decks have 1 more round of cards. There's 24 cards, so 8 rounds standard in the first attack period. There's 27 cards, 9 rounds in later attack periods. So got an extra amount in here. Yeah, I'd really like to save some machine gun ammo for later. Plus, I need to get some pressure over here. So that's going to be 2 of my actions. I do another one here, do similar to last what I did over here, where I take the first shot, the machine gun, and then follow up shots to clear 1 or 2 guys here. So 2, 3, 4 for Springer. And I'm not sure after that. I've got all the radio operators kind of spread out on this side. Queen, Jackie, and Wibben. Those guys are basically there just as warm bodies in the defensive position, but also they have the assist ability, so I can use their action, flip them over to exhausted to unexhaust one of the stronger fighters in the same positions, or move them to a machine gunner position and get a machine gunner back in play. All right, let's do this first. Let's just get things rolling. Well, I am going to do this. Got to get Springer. Springer takes an action, and he adds radio token. Next up, we're going to do Adams. He's going to use 2d8, 1d8 normally, plus Lieutenant Book is inspiring him. 2d8, firing into position directly in front of him, needs a 3. 4 and a 2, good enough. We're going to do the same thing with Bosch. 5 and a 1. All right, so that takes out 2 of the German riflemen. Both of them are now exhausted and faction tokens. 1, 2, 3. I wanted to do this over here. We're going to have Milosevic fire the machine gun. First shot. The defense. I'm going to take a shot at the MG42 in position C. I need a 7. There's a 2 and a 9. All right, finally. Got rid of one of the machine guns. Now it's just going to get drawn and placed out again in the not too distant future. That removes one of the possibilities for them to fire on our defensive positions. All right, then we're going to take a second shot, another single shot. I don't remember if I mentioned it in the previous video, but the machine guns, when you choose to fire them at a position, you can choose to use more ammo in a single shot than just one. And you get an additional die to roll for each additional ammo that you decide you want to consume in a single burst. So that is an option. If it's like game is going to end type of a problem you're trying to solve. So I'm choosing not to do that currently. So we're going to fire at this position. It's normally a 4. It's going to be a 5 because we've already fired once. So I need a 5. Got a 6 right there. So rifleman is gone. I can fire one more time without having to worry about burning the barrel. But I feel like I need to. Pressure are we going to get on these? That's going to be grenade taking care of that guy. I don't think this guy will be able to make it just with what we've done so far. This flank over here is one position shorter than this one also. There's 4 on the approach to this one and only 3 on the approach to. So hold. I'm not going to take a shot over here. I think I'm going to hold the ammo. Let's stop there. Okay, I got one action left. Is it Ma-Deuce time? Dare I use the Ma-Deuce? I could try to hit that machine gun with the Ma-Deuce. What's more important here? We haven't had any movement on these lanes. They're going to come via these cards. I would love to thin out like one guy from each of the 2 lanes here, although this is across the range line. I could also take a shot over here. We'd have 2d12, only needing a 4 with the first shot, but that would mean I'd need an 8 on the machine gun, so I'm not sure which. I'd probably go for the machine gun first and then the follow-up shot here. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm going to use James firing the machine gun, the Ma-Deuce, being assisted by Slape. We're going to get 2d12. Need a 7 for this machine gun. I got a 7, so 2 of the 3 machine guns down. Oop, Ma-Deuce. That's the ammo supply. That's the loaded side. 1 round. second round off the Modus to this position. I need a 4. No, I need a 5 because I'm firing a second round, which is +1, and I'm going off over the range line, so it's +2. 5 to here. Got a 10 and a 5, so that machine rifleman's gone. Oh man, we'll fire one more time. I think definitely not going for that. I think I'll go for this rifleman. So we need a 6 because we got +2 because we've already fired twice, but it's within the range. Need a 6. 1 and 9. All right, wasn't too bad. I'm so worried about using up all my ammo. Okay, we're all out of actions. We got a lot of exhausted soldiers already. For 5 action tokens, we've managed to get 2 of the machine guns off the table. Taking some pressure off, some initial pressure. If we keep getting this lane 1 and 2, it's still going to be a problem. And I'm not sure we've taken enough pressure off over here. If we don't get any emergencies in this next draw, we'll probably have Jenkins try to take a shot here. Book is kind of out of position. I need to get Book over to here, and then I could do a command action the next round to unexhaust 3 different soldiers. The command action lets you unexhaust 3 either in the position you're in or one away. But we'll see how things shake out. All right, let's do this next attack. We have an assault on 1 again. Damn it, stop it. Attacking up on 1. Next up, mortar, our first mortar attack. All right, so it's mortar attack on 2. So the 2 in the white circle is what it's indicating. That means not one of these positions. He's actually attacking the radio jeep that you used to send intelligence back to the headquarters. We haven't been doing that because I'm not confident enough yet to free up a unit to go over there and call in intelligence. That's one of the ways you can earn victory points, is sending intelligence back to headquarters successfully. It increases your victory points at the end for determining how well you did. All right, but the mortar is going to fire at that position, attempt to damage the jeep, which will make it harder for us to send intelligence back. So all we do is we roll a die 6, and just like the valor rating for our American soldiers, if we roll a 3 or higher, the jeep is going to be damaged. So it's a 5, the jeep is damaged, it's flipped over to its damaged side. The difference there is it works just like the artillery that we used last time. You send somebody there that has the radio operator ability, and he's the radio intelligence jeep operator. Book has the R, which means he can do either or, but he is specifically for that position. You send him there, you give him actions each turn, he accumulates the radio tokens, and then whenever you want, you do a major action to exhaust the radio operator, and then you roll a die for each radio token. Normally, with undamaged equipment, you only need a 5 or 6 for success. With a damaged jeep, you have to roll a 6. The 5 gets removed as a possible success. So that's the effect. For us, since I wasn't using it anyway, that's a good card for us. So, all right, we got what? One more? See what we get. An MG42 at B. So it's coming back out. That's fine. We knew it was going to happen. All right, next set of cards complete. So, that guy there was the only additional pressure that got put on us. And there's been a lot of activity over here. There's still going to be a few more draws. They're going to have me roll a die to determine which lane. So it could activate another time or two, and there's no grenade defense here. So I definitely need to deal with that. Going to do Springer again. So, that gets us 2. I think I might wait till 3 tokens, so we'll get another token next round, and then the round after that, I'll probably call in the artillery strike. That'll give me 3 dice. Assuming the artillery jeep hasn't been damaged by a mortar strike, it will give us a fairly good chance of removing 3 cards from that deck. I don't think it's likely I'd be able to get more choice chances than that. If I fired it next round, it's 2 dice. Need a 5 or 6. That would be after these 3 go. If I was successful, I would discard those 3. Well, never mind. The problem is that as soon as I use the artillery strike, he gets flipped over to exhausted. I'd have to figure out a way of unexhausting him to do another one. So there's no reason. We'll just wait. I'll wait another round or 2. I'm really just trying to push my luck against a mortar strike over there. So whether I do it next turn or the turn after, it'll depend on how lucky I feel. All right, so we've done that. No more pressure over here at the moment. I got to deal with him. Like to get one more shot over here. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and do the Jenkins shooting. Just got 1d8 plus Dustman as squad leader inspiring him for 2d8. Needing a 4. Got a 7. That's fine. All the pressure I think I need to relieve over there. It wouldn't be bad to get rid of the machine gun. I'm not sure. It's probably got at least one more card over here. Yeah, there's got to be at least one card that's going to trigger this machine. Okay. Let's get Book moved over. Now, unfortunately, while Book has this token on him, he can't give his inspiration bonus. Next round, when we take that off, these guys would get that, but I need one of them at least to take a shot here. So we're going to hope that we get a good roll on the D8. I need a 3 or higher. 6 is good. Okay. One guy left. Wow. What do I do? My plan next round, barring emergencies, is Book is going to use his command ability, and I'm going to have to pick 3 of these to flip back over. Guaranteed one will be the machine gunner, at least one machine gunner, in hopes of taking out either of these 2 machine guns, or both, ideally. Although I've only got 4 rounds left in that machine gun. Yeah, I just can't imagine what's going to happen in the periods 3 and 4 when this machine gun's dry and we get a lot of pressure on that short flank position, where even a single round you could possibly, I think, draw 1, 2, 3, and they just push straight in. Be interesting. So what is the most important thing to me right now? Could have one of the support units. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll use this last one to have Gaki use his assist option. Put James back. That way the Modus is ready to rock and roll again. I think that's my danger point, is right in here. We've had quite a bit of activity here. I'm not sure how many more cards are going to push that lane. Got that thinned out. We've taken at least one shot there, and I've got guys and a machine gun available to at least hit this next position. Yeah, all right. We're all done again. See what we get. MG42 at sea. Coming back out. A round of safety for us from that. Assault. Grenadier on that right flank. Grenadier on the flank. Now the problem is, if I draw another one on that side, it's going to push the unit to the black, and nobody in this position can actually hit the black. I got to get to here to hit the black. Now the grenade is going to take this guy out as a fallback. So I think I'm going to be okay either way. Even if not, he would advance and I would just hit the middle guy, let him hit the grenade, and that open up the gap. So I think we'll be okay. What do we got? One more. What's it going to be? Another assault on the right flank. Third rifleman. No problem. All right, that was a pretty easy one. Breathing room. Okay, I know for sure. Here's the tricky part, strategy-wise, with the commanders in particular. I can only use his Inspire ability, which gives a second die to everybody he's in the defensive position with, while he's unexhausted and doesn't have an action counter on him. So as soon as I use his ability, I no longer have him over here giving extra dice. So it's a pretty huge decision when you actually trigger that. I'm wondering if I should wait a little bit and see just what kind of further pressure we get. The only thing I'm mildly concerned about is this guy here. And he's got a 50-50 which way he'll go. He'll hit a grenade on 2. And I have some pretty strong defenders in this position if he did end up in the defensive position with us. He would get 2 dice because he's a strength 2 submachine gun unit, so that's not great. But he'd have to roll a 5 on 2 dice to take him or to disrupt him, and a 6 on 2 dice for Book. Let's do the things I know I'm going to do. Springer. Do we pull the trigger now or do we wait? There's going to be an artillery strike probably over there in that number 3 position on that Jeep. So do I take my 2 dice for the 5-6 or do I get one more radio call in? I'm going to go for one. Delay it one more round. Next up. I think I'm going to have Wibben use his ability to bring Milosevic back into ready status. That's a good strong combo right there. We've got Redmond firing at Milosevic. So I'm going to take the same shot I did last time, basically. Shoot. First try the machine gun, then try to shoot this position. And I think that will finish protecting that whole side there. Let's do that now. So Milosevic is going to get flipped right back over again. Firing the 1919. Firing at the machine gun here first. 7 on 2d10. A 10 and a 3. Awesome. Gun down again. Then we're going to fire a second time. That position. Needing a 5. 7 and a 4. I think I'm no longer worried about the flanks. Take any other shots. Haven't seen hardly any activity in this lane yet. I'm going to go ahead and take the final shot that's loaded. We're adding third shot, so it's +2 against a 5, so I need a 7. My plan originally was to move Slape to here at some point and then have him do his command ability. That way he could flip somebody in here, here, or here. Plus, if I saw pressure here, that would put another strong defender in that location. Given how safe I think we've made this side, yeah, let's do it. All right, I need a 7. An 8. Ooh. A really strong round for our machine gunner. Feeling good about that. Okay, 2 more actions. Not doing that. Area's fine. Do I want to leave Queen where he's at? Could shift Queen over a box, and then next round unexhaust whoever Book does not unexhaust. Gonna leave just Fort and Fancher in the position, but we've got the Mod Deuce covering pretty well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's relocate Queen. And I think I've got to go ahead and do Book's action. We're going to do Book's command action. I'm going to back this up. Get back over here, Queen. I'm going to do Book's command action. Unexhaust Preston. Adams. Krieger. And I'm going to have Preston fire the M19. First target, this MG42. Oops, mind, I can't do it. All right, he's going to do a reload action. 2 rounds, reload 2 rounds in the machine gun. That's it. Well done. Okay, what do we got? So we've got 4 more? 1, 2, 3 this round. Once this is done, I'm going to trigger that, and we're going to hope to remove 3. And 2 rounds after that. All right, so theoretically 3 more rounds, assuming we succeed on our artillery strike. First one, assault leader at position 5. So here comes the pressure on this side. That is 5. Leader enters the fray, barbed wire or moved. Seconds. Grenadier, random 1 to 6. 6. Last one. Assault on the left flank again. Okay, another good one for us, I think. Pretty sure, even if there is at least 1 more here, we got it covered with the grenade if we have to. I think we're safe there. We got no immediate pressure in the middle. I think that one there, what are we, 2 positions away on both of these from their locations. Got grenades covering. We're in pretty good shape. I'd be really ecstatic if I could knock another 1 or 2 of these machine guns out before we hit the end of the round. That's kind of my goal, and I'd really like to not use any more machine gun ammo. I really don't want to use any more machine gun ammo. All right, let's go ahead and do this first. So we're going to have Springer call in an artillery strike. Exhaust him. We have 3 radio tokens. That means we get to roll 3d6. Is not damaged, so I need a 5 or a 6 on just 1 of these dice. We got a 6. Awesome. Since we're going to discard 3 cards. 2 rounds left. MG42, an assault on 6, and an assault on 4. Good job. Next up, need to work on. Do I have any of the... I've still got Queen, who can do an assist action somewhere. I could send him over. Where do I expect pressure, if any? Lightly defended here, and I think there's still going to be some activity in this lane. I have not yet used Slape's ability to unexhaust. We're definitely going to take at least 1 shot with the Mod Deuce against that machine gun position. Let's do that now. Do that first, or second. James is going to use machine gun, firing 1 round out of the Mod Deuce. D12 is still getting inspired by Slape. I need a 7. Fire a second one. Get another die. 3D12. No. Damn it. Fire again. Now I need an 8. An 8! It's important to get them off the board, not just to protect us this round, but to just always get them off the board, because we're going to be having a new deck that's going to get them to fire the next round anyway, so. All right. So I stop there. I got 7 rounds to last me through 2 more attack decks. I'm going to stop there. All right, we didn't fire more than 3, so we don't have to worry about burning the barrel or anything. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use Slape's ability now. He's going to use his command ability. We're going to unexhaust James. Oh, if I do it now, never mind, I'm going to wait. I'm going to move Slape to here this round. Next round, I'll use it. That way I can uncover 3 guys from those positions. All right, so Slape's moved. Queen, let's shift Queen over 1. And we'll have Preston fire the M19. 2d10, boosted by his sergeant. Firing at the machine gun position here first. Need a 7. No. Firing a second time. No. Man, that sucks. That's rough. A lot of very important ammo. No effect. Ouch. Alright, I am done. A pretty good round last round. This one, other than the artillery strike going successfully, and the MG was okay, I guess, but disappointed in not taking out that machine gun for that very precious ammo. Okay, next up, what do we got? Assault, Rifleman, Random, 5. More pressure over here that we did not need, because there's still a lot of cards potentially to draw over here. Assault, going on that flank over there. Gunner. And I expect another mortar attack here sometime. Grenadier, random again. Please don't be 5. 5 or 1. 1. Fine, be that way. Third's done. Got to survive 1 more push. I think I've got the strength to do it. Let's see. We are going to activate Slape for his command ability now. Unexhaust James. Losevich. Next up, we use Khalil. Single D8 needs a 3. That rifleman. I want to leave Dustman here to take a Hail Mary shot next round at that machine gun. I think I just need one hit here. I'd like to save as many attacks as I can to try to take out remaining machine guns on the board to try to keep us clear for the beginning of next round. All right, this is the most important part, I guess. Let's do Adams. Have Queen. Flip one of these for a machine gun shot next round. Adams. Followed by, feeling pretty confident in most of the other places. I don't think there's going to be 2 or more movement cards on the right. Possibly one over here, but I'm going to bank there's not. The grenade is my safety net if I'm wrong. So take the shot with Dustman on that machine gun now. I got 2 more actions and don't really have... So I don't see a reason not to. All right, so we're going to have Dustman fire on that machine gun position. A D8 needs a 7 or an 8. Oh, look at that. Finally. Some of that kind of luck. And then we'll do the same thing. I should wait on it, just in case there's some kind of Hail Mary that pushes a unit into this position. I got some pretty strong defenders, but I have to be able to counterattack to remove the attacker, which means I have to have guys not exhausted. The rifleman. What are the chances he's going to get pushed in there and be able to take out on a single die a strength 3 and a strength 5? Let's have McConnell take this shot. We'll save Krieger for just in case that rifleman makes it in. And then pray he doesn't roll and get taken out, because man, would that suck. Okay, so... needs a 4. So, go for the rifleman, or do I take the shot at the machine? I'm going to take the shot at the machine gun. The more dangerous play given the possibility here, but we've had so much activity, I just can't imagine he's failed. All right, well, we left 1 on the board so far. We'll have 1 final opportunity to get rid of that next round. But do these 3. Take those out. Okay, what do we got? Another mortar? Another mortar. This time they're going after the artillery jeep. Oh, it was right at the bottom of the deck. All right, so we have 2 targets, both with defense value of 3. So we'll go for our American soldier first. A 1, he did not get hit. And the artillery jeep did get hit. Dang it. That means future artillery call-ins are only going to succeed on a 6. That's going to be a little rough. Okay, next card. Assault. Random position. Come on. Not a 2. Not a 1. 2's okay. Not a 1, please. 6. That's okay. Well, theoretically, it's okay. Now we have a grenade there. We'll be fine. Final card, Assault, random again. Rifleman on 1. 1 is okay. I mean, it's okay now that it's the last card. Here we go. All right, we survived. We made it through attack period 2. I get one final opportunity to take out machine guns. That's the only thing of consequence is the machine gun, and there's only one. So I get to take as many shots as I can take. I'm going to flip Queen to flip him back over because he's got a D8 versus Queen's D6. So he's got a better chance. So that's going to give me 1 opportunity, 2 opportunities. So I'm going to roll 2d8, get a 7 on either one of them to take out this machine gun. And that's really all that matters if I do it. 7. Machine gun's gone. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay. Nothing else matters because the board's going to get reset again, just like it did at the beginning of this one. The only other thing you would want to be very careful of anytime you're approaching the end of an attack period is make absolutely sure, if you can, that you use your actions to recover any disrupted units. Because you lose a morale point for every disruption token still on your board, on your units, in that in-between time. So it's very important to keep morale up and remove disruption. And then, get rid of machine guns. So that went really well for us. I'm really surprised we made it through that. I think we had some luck with a few of the rolls in the positions and the lanes that happened. We had some bad luck to go with the good luck, but I think the positioning and the leaders, and I've played up to this point once before, so I had some idea of what to expect to hear. I have not played round 3 or 4 yet, so there's going to be some surprises for me to deal with in the attack period 3 and 4. Other than that, we're all set. Can't think of anything else to do. So I'm going to take a break right here, and I will reset the board like I did last time. And when I return, we will continue with attack period 3.